Welcome to Overwatch, and welcome to a very special little video. I'm putting this together because, well, I'm playing on Route 66, the new map that they introduced basically last night for me. Basically a new Payload map, and it's really cool. And I managed to get into a group with a couple of fairly well-known names, going against a couple of fairly well-known names, especially if you've actually played on the EU ladder. You've probably seen the names on the enemy team before, and that's because they are a terrifying pre-made that generally just like stomps the hell out of everyone. Luckily, I'm playing with a couple of really good players, most notably is D-Gun, who of course plays for Melty, and yeah, we have some really good games on this map. So this is going to be two matches, it's going to be an attack and a defense, and this of course is going to be the attack, and we're in this diner right now, and like, look at this, Craft of the Stars. I see what you did there, Blizzard. I love this map, there's so many cool things, so many really cool details all over the map. And we spend a lot of time just sort of running around. Now, the reason why the volume in the background is kind of low is, first of all, D-Gun's talking a lot, and you know, we're talking back and forth. Unfortunately, I didn't record my own microphone. If I did, I would probably just upload the gameplay, you know, just straight up. We're talking back and forth, and I might occasionally just like let his reaction to stuff play out because it's pretty amazing. Like, we are impressed by this map, certainly. I love all the details and like all the posters and stuff, and like the Omnics welcome on the wall. So it's very different than London, which has, you know, Omnics go home or Omnics not welcome scrawled over the walls. But yeah, we're gonna come out this spawn. And the map is basically set on this train heist. I'm sure, you know, Junkrat is responsible, and we're going to try and get to the payload and try and secure it. You've got this very interesting little area here, there's lots of little passageways around, and this map is actually really cool. It's very different in how it's put together to the current sort of normal maps. And of course we have Chips Hagen. If you are a fan of IDDQD, you'll recognise him, he's on Roadhog. I love playing Mercy with Roadhog. But yeah, this map is very different to a lot of the maps. It's a lot more open, there's just a lot more space to run around, and we're going to make good use of that. As, of course, we try and keep everyone up and running and everyone alive. Most maps, especially the Payload maps, are oriented usually around 1 or 2 choke points for each point. This doesn't have that so much. It's got basically no major chokes on it, at least not until the third and final point. What you have instead is this sort of this chasm that you have to push the payload through, and we're just going to like roll through it, but they have all these little high ground areas that they can get into, and oh boy. Reinhardt versus Roto, of course he lands the charge, but I'm healing him, so that's not going to do anything, and I can keep these guys alive. Even though the ult went off, he died in the tunnel, so it doesn't matter too much. But yeah, I really love this map, and oh Jesus, there's Soldier 76, just got to be careful. And I'm going to spend a lot of my time here just keeping Roadhog alive, making sure that he can tank effectively, trying to top people up, you know, trying to keep them going, staying on the payload, keeping it moving. And basically make sure that Roadhog's being effective. Roadhog and Mercy is actually kind of a nice pairing. Roadhog means you'll have pretty much a constant supply of ultimates for free. Even if he's healing himself, he'll do enough healing to, you know, just constantly be able to ult, so I can just keep doing this and res single corpses freely. Otherwise, I'm just going to stay on the payload, keep, you know, trying to damage out Soldier 76, especially as we have 2 Tracers, so I can't really follow them too much. And we also have a Widowmaker, which is G2 Flippy, of course. And he's going to be doing some good work on Widowmaker, so I'm going to be going with him when I can, but mostly just sticking with Chips, because Chips is staying on the payload, and I want to stay on the payload. We want to keep it moving nice and slick. And of course you can see on the top there a UI change that's happened as well. Really nice UI changes where you can see how far the payload's pushed along. You also get, like, when it gets closer, it starts counting down meters to the end, to the payload point, and that's really cool. So yeah, I'm just like res Roadhog. Of course I think he's going to go down immediately after that. It's not too big a problem. There's lots and lots of UI changes. Of course you can also notice in the bottom left, for example, that I have a specific portrait, and I'm looking here at the spawn, like I go to run out and then I go, wait what, and it turns out there's some like cheesy alien skeleton sort of embedded into the rock. Probably fake. I don't think there's actually aliens in the Overwatch universe. I could be proved wrong at some point. I'd be happy to be proved wrong. Yeah, I'm going to go try and find this Widowmaker. You can see in this area it's a lot like Hollywood. In Hollywood's second point, in that, you know, there's a lot of space in here. I'm trying to bait the Soldier 76 into fighting me because I know Widowmaker's up there. I can't get to Widowmaker, so I bait Soldier 76 into fighting me so that Widowmaker has an easy shot. It's good times. Yeah, this point especially reminds me a lot of the a kill stealing. This, yeah, it's a lot like Hollywood's second point, but it's a lot lower. It's not quite as vertical, and there's a lot more ramps and stuff to move up and around in. It's a really fun map. Like, it's a lot more dynamic, it's a lot more open. There's generally a lot less stalling. I'd expect to see stuff like Pharah be good here, Tracer's especially good here as well, just because she's not restricted vertically. Like, usually when you play Tracer or Genji, you pick basically depending on how vertical the map is. The more vertical the map is, the better Genji is often. And here Tracer can just freely get around quite easily, so it's not too big a problem for her. So running 2 Tracers isn't necessarily the worst thing. We're also having fun experimenting with the new map. Now here we're going to try and get to the team. I have a res, but you know, there's 2 corpses on the payload, but I don't think I'm going to make it there in time, so I'm just going to damage out the Widowmaker, give her that one-shot kill on most heroes. It's so nice, and I can see the corpses in there. I'm going to try and get to them. I can just get to 1. And keep D-Gun up and running. No! No.
You get a new revive animation now.
Yeah, and here D-Gun mentioned something interesting, which is I got a new revive animation that I say, you know, I don't get to see it unless I get player of the game, which of course incentivizes getting player of the game. Unfortunately, I don't think I get player of the game in this one. Yeah, I'm going to try and get to this Widowmaker. I do like it when actually people use the I need healing button. It makes it nice and easy for me to see them and find when they need healing, because you can occasionally just miss things. You don't see people on low health when they're behind you, for example. So using that is actually kind of a helpful indicator. Although I do wish they actually changed the language on it. Instead of saying I need healing, you should say I require healing, because I need healing is like a demand. And oh god, that's what happens when good players use Soldier 76. Oh, you will just, as Mercy, you just get killed no matter what. No matter how perfect the setup is to kill other people. No, you're the one who's going to die, and Chip's there on incredibly low hit points.
Let's get this moving.
We're going to keep rolling.
They've got a teleport.
And just like, I love looking at this map. It is so pretty. It's just, it's like, you know, you expect to turn a corner and find Black Mesa or something. It's really cool. And I make the joke, you know, oh, we're TF2 now, boys. You know, it does have very much, you know, you're not going to find Black Mesa, you're going to find 2 Fort, basically, or CT Badlands. One of the two. But we're going to push into this final area now. And this is kind of an interesting area. It's like a military hangar where we're stealing this bomb, I guess. Basically, like out of this train wreck, I guess we're stealing it or securing it. But this is where it gets a lot more typical, a lot more standard. It's a very narrow environment, it's very sort of tight. You're pushing up that final push, and I don't get a good view on it, unfortunately, because I'm playing Mercy, so I'm not thinking about attack pass too much. I'm thinking more about, you know, where can I find people? Like, for example, I'm struggling to find a good place to help this Widowmaker, because if I stand up there next to her, I'm just a big target. So there's nowhere really safe for me to stand and get some healing done. So I'm going to help her try and pick off this Tracer that's sort of harassing around the back, but I need to divert my attention by damage jumping Roadhog especially, and oh no! Yeah, I get sniped by a Reinhardt. It's going to happen, and oh god, I was so disappointed there. McCree could have saved me if it was a bit faster on the flashbang, stopped the charge before it hit the wall. I would have been fine, and then we would have been able to kill Reinhardt and I would have lived, alas. It doesn't make too much of a difference, like I res and we're literally right here in front of the spawn. Here, we're just, you know, stalling up, waiting. Someone pushes in when Solid 76 fires off his ult. Please don't do that. I can see Flippy's low. Let's go and help him get some damage up on this Widow. It is nice playing with a decent Widowmaker when you're playing Mercy and someone's down somewhere, but can't find him. I guess they respawn. I'm guessing that was the McCree. But yeah, you can see this final area we're sort of pushing into. There's this very American truck in the back. We dodge a Tracer bomb, and unfortunately, like, D-Gun is so near dead, but we're going to keep him alive. And Chips, oh god, when Roadhog fires off his ult, he can't self-heal, so smacking a healer onto him is kind of important, but we're going to follow D-Gun in. You can see, like, this final area is really, really difficult to push into. It's definitely a murder alley. It's very similar to the last one on Numbani, though with a lot more cover, but no real big flanking route like you have on the end of Numbani. You're just pushing straight into the enemy team, and you really need a decisive win to get through there. Yeah, I love the map. I want to know what you guys think about the map. Like, do you like the aesthetic? Do you like the style? Do you like the fact that we got another American map? Because we have a few of those now. We have, what is it, Hollywood? Is that it for American maps? I'm sure I'm missing one or two. I mean, technically, you could say Dorado, but Dorado's technically Mexico. I think it's Mexico. I'm pretty sure it's Mexico. Without checking off the top of my head, yeah, it's got to be Mexico. It's covered in piñatas. Yeah, it's so cool. And McCree also, by the way, has special voice lines. Unfortunately, I don't have them at the moment. Like, I didn't play McCree. But apparently he has voice lines specifically for this map. So this is definitely like McCree's home turf, his stomping grounds, his old place to hang out. I mean, Tracer, for example, has specific lines, and Widowmaker for King's Row. Which I can't wait, by the way, for the animation. Because I know one animation's coming, one animated short they're going to be doing is going to be King's Row, and it's going to be Mercy and Widowmaker and Tracer. But yeah, it looks like we're going to get it here because we clear them out. But oh god, oh dear, heroes never die. They come back, and this is going to be just, oh Jesus, that's everyone. They're all healthy and rest. I try and bring people back out because I know I'm about to die. We have 30 seconds left, so it's probably not going to make the biggest difference in the world. I might have been able to save it and do something, but I just wanted to Do excuse me, I did want to try and see if we can get anything done, but no. 20 seconds, me and Degon are going to go in heroically. Mercy and Junkrat's kind of interesting. Like, Junkrat, you only get the damage jump when the bombs detonate, so you got to be a bit careful. And oh Jesus, he missed that jump, which sort of pushed me into an awkward place. We're sprinting for the payload, trying to get on it, trying to save it, and oh my god, that's a big Zarya beam, and she's just being left alone to cut me in half. Not much I can do about that. I try and dash to support, but no, Zarya's just gonna murder the hell out of me. So we're in overtime, and yeah. Unfortunately, guys, spoiler, we don't make it. That Zarya is just too big right now. We're not going to be able to push through her. Although, Flippy actually does manage to land the shot, but no. Of course, achievements are now in the game as well. It's kind of funny. Like, I'm going to get a million of these because this is the first game I played since they got added. So I'm going to get like a million achievements just for leveling up and stuff.
Yeah, I have the attack well played now.
And of course, yeah, this beautiful, beautiful Graviton Surge, but it's like 4 people on high charge, living the dream, and then I give them 2 more kills as well, just to sort of round that out. Now, Stoddy here with some cocky talk. This is our best map. It's expected we win your pick. So it's like, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm just saying, slow down there. Slow down, friend. We have to defend. We need to defend first. Let's see what time we can set. Now I'm going to skip ahead just until, you know, we're ready to go. At least we're running out the spawn, so you don't have to see how much healing I've done. Thank God that's in. Thank God. Anyway, see you in a couple of seconds. So it's also kind of interesting on this intro screen, you can see all the differences. The biggest difference is they've added what we call in sort of graphics a stroke to the text, so it all has now a black outline on it. That's actually kind of helpful. It looks a little bit worse in my opinion in-game, but it looks a lot better on videos and on streams especially, where especially like the red text really struggles to sort of be clearly defined. This is going to help so much. But yeah, I'm going to play Zarya, and we are going to do work. Like, no more Mr. Nice Guy, the kid gloves are off. Let's play Zarya and let's just kick some ass. I mean, we're in America, where else do you kick ass than America? And I just want to draw your attention as well to the skybox and just everything else in this match. Like, it's so pretty, and we're looking at all the stuff, and there's really cool things like if you see the motorbikes as well, and like the really sort of sci-fi looking motorbikes with the wheels taken off and they're like hovering. It's really cool looking. There's all this really nice looking stuff. I love the details and the work that's gone into this map.
The normal one is so ugly on the bottom left.
But yeah, we're going to do something interesting here. I think this is where Flippy finds something amazing. So I just want you to watch the Widowmaker on the left. Though I look away. It's like, huh? Where's she going?
Look at where is Flippy.
And I'm like, what? Apparently, Widowmaker can stand up there on the remains of the train. Now she's incredibly exposed, but it's awesome. I love it. She's going to start taking damage immediately, but that's fine because I can put a shield on her and 50 charge instantly. Feels so nice. And hello, Mercy. Hello, sweetheart. Come here. No, not going to get enough damage. Not really going to be able to do much here. Even though I'm on 50% charge, that's still not really that much. I need a little bit more to start doing actual damage. And there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, shit. 80% charge, boys. Time to kill. Reinhardt's actually in a weird place, by the way. Reinhardt, in the latest patch, it seems like his charge is very, very finicky, shall we say. It feels bugged, basically. It feels like it's not landing when it should be landing, and I'm missing shots there. I'm looking for someone to put a shield on, but of course my shield's still on like 2-second cooldown, so it's a little bit presumptuous. I should have just kept fighting a second or two longer there. It's fine, like Mercy's got her ult back up, so hello team. And I can see D-Gun going crazy, jumping into the back of the enemy team. I try and put a barrier on him, but of course no wait, that's not D-Gun, that's the enemy, Lucio. I'm getting them confused. How dare I? That's just me watching it back. Yeah, lots and lots of people to shield here as well, which is super nice. Like, we have a very aggressive McCree, which I like. We also have an aggressive Soldier 76, and of course we have Chips Hardian healing me, and it's so nice. Like, I just want to... If Chips ever watches this, man, I just wanted to hug you this game, because I've played Mercy a lot, and I've played with a lot of Mercies, and the feeling of having a good Mercy who knows who to damage jump, where to put it, and when is so nice. And like, just trying to keep me alive there, doing a good job of it, staying alive behind the payload, thank God. Unfortunately it does go down, but does stall the payload a little bit longer than we had it before. And we're just going to regroup now, just moving back, like spawning this little dirty propane and propane accessories shop. Blizzard, on point with the references. As we run out and try and install around this petrol station. I guess it's a gas station in America. What do you call it? A gas? I don't know. Gas place. But yeah, we're going to group up on Lucio. Lucio has himself ready to go. Of course, I'm only on 30% charge, but I'm still doing a lot of damage. I'm mostly looking to deal damage here and save people who, are taking damage, get to high energy, get some damage down. If I can just spam into groups and get Graviton Surge ready, and that was a nice shot. Like 100% charge, hitting 2 people always feels good. And now we can just push the aggression. And as you can see, like this first corner is actually quite difficult to push around. I've heard from a few people now that basically this first point feels very difficult to get through. It feels basically kind of unfair to push through. It's kind of interesting to me because the run from spawn is actually very, very long on this map. It's like a really big distance to get through. So if you do get a few kills, you can generally capitalize on it. I can imagine Symmetra being very important on this map if you put a bunch of turrets in the tunnel. And this is a god tier res because we have 76 back here just ready to go with his ultimate. So I can just shield him, make sure he's doing his job. We've got a surround on Reinhardt, which is always nice. And like Reinhardt's trying to charge away, but I can just cut Lucio in half, and that's what I really wanted in Chips, like trapped on the wrong side of Reinhardt there, but we can just sort of beat him to death slowly, and can't touch this. Like, I still don't know what that emote is. I think it's keeping people off the payload for a certain amount of time, I guess. Yeah, we're just dealing damage. Stoddy, of course. He's gonna survive here. I'm on 0 charge, so my priority now is gotta be to get more charge, and get, let's see if we can kill 1 or 2 people. You can see kill streak on the top as well. Big change they did is removing basically kill streak as a big thing, but they made it much easier to get like single and double, well not single kills, but double kill, triple kill, and you get messages for that specifically. And it looks like that Reinhardt made a big mistake by not landing the hammer down onto Chips, onto the Mercy. Just means that she can keep me up and running nice and safe, and I can just keep doing what I'm doing right now, which is, just shelling damage out. I'm basically coming around the corner, putting my barrier up, absorbing some damage, firing off some shots, and then ducking back and putting a barrier on someone else to do the same thing. And it's just a really effective way to play as they duck in and out, because I can win this fight. I can do this fight all day. Of course, they now have a Zarya of their own, so we've got to be a bit careful. But everyone's hiding in there, so I can just sort of shell into this cave and deal ridiculous amounts of damage. Of course, I do get a bit eager, and you're not really going to deal with a McCree on your flank, even as Zarya, unless you get the barrier up in time, which unfortunately I didn't. I've been using it too much. Goes down, and Flippy with the air shot? No. No, not going to land it. Ah, sad days. I do love Widowmaker air shots. I've landed a few myself, and it feels so good. It really feels nice when you do land the shot. Yeah, as you can see, like the run back is quite lengthy. It's certainly not easy to do. You do have this nice sort of high ground option when you do come back, though. You can get on top of this bar and, well, this gas station and do some damage shell down here. I'm just trying to stall the payload because we're in overtime and I just want to get people off. And yeah, just keep Syriac alive as well. Like McCree's going to be super useful here, but oh no, they get a good res as well. So I've got to sort of back off, and now they've got Lucio as well. I'm on 98% ult, and all I could think there was just like, survive, 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 survive. 99%, no! It would have been so good to fire it off there and just get some kills, but sad days, not going to happen. But we're going to see more of this beautiful map, more of this lovely, beautiful map. I just adore it. Can't wait to play on it more. And yeah, we're going to spawn even further back now, and now we're spawning in this like military warehouse thing full of shells and guns and ammunition, and who is this? I need to explore it. I haven't actually taken the time to really look around the map and look at all the details.
I'm with you, I'm boosting you, go.
And yeah, D-Gun just said there that, I'm with you, I'm boosting you. The problem is, saying I'm with you to a Zarya on like 10% charge, it kind of meaningless. Even with the buff to her damage, she still does very minor damage. She's still very weak. So, combined with like a Lucio, we're not going to deal that much damage, unfortunately. Sad days. So, of course, I do get flanked and picked off, but we're going to run back, deal some more damage, deal some more hurt, try and get this Zarya train rolling. I also do have the Tobelstein ready and waiting to go. I'm going to keep Chips alive, try and absorb some damage here, but do catch like most of the enemy team in the Tobelstein. I actually get an achievement for this, which is beautiful, which is the power of attraction, because Zarya, of course, is so attractive. And that's, if you get 5 people, I actually looked this one up, if you get 5 people in your ultimate, we're going to just clean up this Lucio with the beam. That Zarya's beam is a lot bigger than mine, so I need to be careful. Don't want to enter into a beam measuring contest with her. She's going to deal damage there, but she's facing the wrong way. I can try and like absorb what hits I can. Fortunately, Tracer does get the 76. I didn't have a barrier to give him, otherwise I would have landed the save. But gonna try and deal with him. Just gonna stay on the point. Like no point chasing a Tracer around. Do manage to find her up on top here, doing some damage, trying to just put some hurt on her, but I can't keep the crosshair on her long enough to really do any hurt. But there's the Lucio. So now I'm just not interested in Tracer. I wanted the Lucio, but Soldier 76. And as you can see, like this is what I mean by the map is open. Soldier 76 was able to get a very strong flank, but it wasn't like he took some secret pathway that you'd normally find on a map like this. He just went round a corner, basically. Like this entire area is a sort of an S-bend for the payload. There's lots of pathways around it. It's very open, very free-moving for the attacking team, especially in this second area. You see Mercy. I want this Mercy killed. Do manage to get it, and oh, yes. Do manage to bring the Zarya down, of course.
Nice.
And there we go. Second map done. Achievement unlocked. Blackjack. I think that might be playing every hero or something. I'm not sure. I've just been unlocking achievements like crazy because, you know, the game's slowly catching up. You're going to see play of the game, of course, a lovely Mook right click.
I got
Mook R&B.
Centenary unlocked.
Ah, beautiful. Love it. Love it. Love it. All the right clicks.
Good tag victory.
And there we go. And Chips did a really good job this game, just keeping everyone alive and keeping everyone moving. I loved it. Super fun map. Let me know what you guys think of the map. I might try and get some more footage on it later. Definitely want to play on it more. I'm also going to look and do a couple of matches and record them of the Super Shimada Brothers, which is the new game mode, the bonus game mode. It's a new game type introduced, which is sort of like Hearthstone's Tavern Brawl. There's apparently going to be a new one every day, so I want to play that a whole bunch. Yeah, thanks for watching to the end. I've been Josh, as one voice amongst many. Let me know what you guys think about Route 66. Doodles.